Hi guys, welcome back to Crypto Millionaire. Today I'm going to give you a quick overview regarding the markets, how it's performing, and a quick touch upon what to look for when you're looking for new cryptocurrencies and how to invest. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified of the latest videos. Without further ado, let's crack on. Right, so if you can see, for the last 3 to 4 days, we've had a bit of a downtrend in the crypto market. BTC is trading at 49,500, Ethereum at 2,270. It did reach an all-time high of 2,600, just above that, which was great. But Ethereum has been not hit as bad as Bitcoin. Bitcoin's gone down from 65,000, I believe, all the way back down to 49, and did touch 47 when the market crashed. So what is going on? Basically, there's a few things. So one is the Biden administration said that basically they're going to be taxing capital gains from 20% currently in the States to 40%, and if not, some FOMOs have said up to 80%, which has caused a panic in crypto investments, and a lot of people might, obviously have been shaken by that and are taking their bitcoins out of the market, perhaps. And also on top of that, just to add some instability to the markets, China had a power cut of some nature, which, as you know, most of the mining of Bitcoin is done in China, and that had a major impact on Bitcoin. That's what really hit Bitcoin hard, and ultimately Bitcoin is what controls the market, and it also gives us a bit of a wake-up call in terms of how much influence China has on Bitcoin right now. So a lot of talk is going on in the cryptocurrency world that um, you know how much control does China have on Bitcoin? It obviously seems quite a lot, right? Because of the hash rate was very much affected with that power cut, and Bitcoin literally was severely impacted. So going forward, how much would that play out? How would it be? We can only find out. But going forward, Ethereum on the other side wasn't as impacted as much, if you look carefully. And come June, July, I believe Ethereum is going to become a deflationary, um, you know, in terms of asset value, because of what they're going to do. They're going to start burning tokens for every Ethereum, and that's going to make the scarcity happen on Ethereum, right? So to think about it, Bitcoin has no utility value on top right now. It's more of a store value. It's looked upon. So could Ethereum take over, right? One, it's got utility, and two, it could also, because of the deflationary, token burning, it could also become a store value in the future. So it's something for you guys to think. If you've missed out on Bitcoin, there's still hope on Ethereum. It's still relatively cheap from where it can get to, from $10,000 all the way, like the Winklevoss brothers have clearly said, they believe Ethereum could go to 97,000. So yeah, something to think about, guys. Right, so what to do when you see cryptocurrencies and crypto tokens rising 50%, 60%, 100% a day? Do you go ahead and put your hard-earned money, FOMO, into it? Do you do that? Of course not. You just don't do that. You just don't do that. But what you should do is look at what's going up, and the ones that are going up, and then do a bit of investigation. Do your own research. DYOR. We always say that in the cryptocurrency world. That means do your own research, and I can't emphasize how important that is. So, for example, let's just take Chainlink. Yeah, it's got great tokenomics, it's got great fundamentals, and what to do. Whenever you obviously find a new token that you're interested in, you look at the basic fundamentals. The rule of thumb of investment is number one. Okay, number one, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. That will prevent you from doing drastic action in the markets. For example, it will stop you from selling low. It will also stop you from, for example, buying high, and it will also make you think more rational. With a brain, you have a brain, so use that brain when you're investing. So, and just don't invest because a YouTuber, just like myself, for example, has said for you to invest in a coin. You just don't do that. Yes, you get tips, you get, and so on, but you need to go and do your own research. The first thing to do, come on CoinMarketCap.com, right? Look at the current price, 24-hour change. That will give you a good indication of what's going on that particular token. You can also obviously look at how many people are watching it. Chainlink, this is called the ticker link. That's where you'll find it on exchanges under link. The company name is Chainlink, and then you get the circulation supply, the max supply. That's really important to look at, the circulation supply and the max supply. If the circulation supply is fairly similar to the max supply, that means obviously what's circulating is what's max. But generally speaking, the circulation supply is lower than the max supply. And if the max supply is really high and the circulation supply is quite low, you ought to get an increase in price volume for the scarcity for right now. But do bear in mind, at some stage they may dilute the coin, and they may put more of the max supply into circulation, which would obviously devalue the price. So always bear that in mind. Standard investment practices from stock market, it doesn't change. If you're investing in stocks, if you're investing in cryptos, the fundamentals are still very similar. You got to do your own research, basically. Okay. You look at the volumes are very important to see in terms of price increase and so on. And obviously, most important, you look at the charts. You look at the basic performance of the coin. And you can see from Chainlink, for example, it's gone from all the way, from low at 2017, it was really low, and wow, and look at how high it's gone, all the way from there. Many millionaires have been made from Chainlink, put it that way. But just say, and that's what you look at. You look at exactly where the all-time high was, where the all-time low was. You go to this part here, which tells you the link price statistics, and you can see everything that I just mentioned earlier on. And more so, you really want to look at this part. You click show more, and you go, and this is what you look at, guys, here. So 90-day high, yeah, you can see the highest it's got to, and you can also see all-time high. So going by what it's trading at today, 31, I believe, you can see it's already hit its all-time high. It's down 28% from the all-time high, and all-time low. Look at that, 4 years ago. So if you invest in Chainlink 4 years ago, you would be very profitable. It's another lesson in terms of trading. A lot of people, obviously, I'm not, guys, this isn't financial advice. I'm not telling you how to trade and what to do. But what I'm trying to say is, what are the key fundamentals to look for when you're going into, cryptocurrencies, and what to look for before you put your hard-earned money. I don't want you guys just to lose money, FOMO into things, and then you lose 90% of your investment. That is not nice. Okay, it's psychologically has a major impact on you. I don't want that to happen to any of you guys. So it's really important that you really listen to the basics of investment. Okay, so let's just say that you've invested at that price. Okay, you have a long-term vision. A long-term vision would always succeed more than a trader. Trader is looking for short-term gains, 20%, 30%, 40% if any, and 100% if he's lucky on the day, and he will flip that and he will sell it. And yes, he will make money. But if you've got a long-term view, what I said originally, if you don't FOMO in, you got a long-term view of the asset, the fundamentals are strong, you know the team is strong, and you're investing in the utility of the token, what it actually does. That's what I mean by utility. And if it has a future use case, then for sure you believe in what you've invested in. And if you do that, for sure you just won't be selling anytime soon, because you're looking at a 5 to 10 year vision of that particular token, and the team isn't a gimmicky coin is going to go bankrupt tomorrow. Now, ultimately, that could happen to any team. Yeah, we can't predict the future, but like you said, if you invested in Amazon back then, you know it's got a very strong team. If you invested in Google or Apple, for sake, these are companies which are here today that were here, 15, 20 years ago. So similarly, that's the view you need to take on long-term investment. Short-term, if you really want to, if you feel that you're losing out on the market on a quick flip, on a quick FOMO, if you just want to do that for your own um, psychological sake, for thinking that you're not losing out or something like that, it's not the right way to go about it. But if you just want to have a bit of fun with a certain amount of, then why not put, let's just say, 5 to 10% of your portfolio away to trade, and the rest of it you can have it as long term. And that way, in the long run, you'll be really profitable. Always have an exit strategy. Listen, what goes up is going to come down, okay? It's not going to go up forever. And crypto is very early stage, it's very early at the moment. As we go, just like we had a 40% tax, um, statement from Biden administration, as we go further into the future, cryptocurrencies are going to be more regulated, are going to be more taxed. So don't keep thinking we're going to keep going up in a straight line. All of that is going to have an impact on where we're going to be. So even so, Bitcoin might be at 500,000, but if we get an 80% tax on Bitcoin, what are the gains? 20%? That's not really great, is it? So what you need to look at sometimes is when you want to exit, so you don't fall into a trap of that you're paying more taxes than what you're gaining. Okay, and that's really important. Once you've done your basic research on CoinMarketCap, you then basically what to do. Sorry, I didn't mention this part here, where you can get the basic overview of the token, what it does, about the team a little bit. It might mention, and then before I forget, please look at, if you can, the white paper. It's really important. If you've got you need to look at that white paper, because that white paper is the key part to understanding what is this token. Okay, I know it's long. I know it's 38 pages. Some cases, sorry, it could be 100 pages. But what you need to understand is that white paper is the roadmap to where this team's vision lies. And based on the white paper, you should really be investing. Because if the white paper is poor, then that token is just FOMOing up. Okay, it's not something that is a long-term investment. Yes, it could be a short-term flip. I get that, to make a bit of money, but at the same time, you could be burnt hard and you could lose all of your money at 90%, 95%. So you got to weigh up the risk and reward. It's really important. Right, so I know that the actual video is going a bit long, but there's a lot of topics to cover today. Once you've done that, is you then want to go on a CoinMarketCap, and CoinMarketCap is where you want to get more information in terms of what is the latest news for the cryptocurrency that you're interested in, whether that may be Cardano or Coty. You can see Coty here is a good example to use, and the way to use it, you just click the token, click the ticker name, Coty for example. You click search after that, enter on the keyboard, and then here you are, and it tells you what's going on, what's the latest. You can see Coty here. It's one really to be watching, really, because they got a really good marketing team. They got a nice investor relation from the company, because they are really keeping the investor up to date. They got an update on 30th of June, many updates on 30th of June. They got more updates going all the way down to 31st of May, you can see. So Coty is one that, in the current price, if you look, where are we? Coty trading at 0.28. It's doing pretty good, It's a good price to be getting into right now. It's lower than a couple of weeks ago or a month ago. It was at 0.60, I believe. It peaked. You can see. Look around here. That was 0.49. So it's at a low value right now, and it's got a lot of upcoming news. So it's something for you to be looking into. This is what I mean by doing your own research. So you look at the token, you look at the history, you see the white paper. Coty also done a recent partnership. They received a $500,000 dollar investment from Cardano. Cardano want to work with Cody to uh, launch Ada Pay, which is really cool. So, and that's what you do. You go on CoinMarketCap, CoinMarketCal, look at the team, go on the obviously the company's website, and then you do your basic investigation to see whether it's a profitable investment or not. And then based on that, and you can obviously go on YouTube, and you should be going on YouTube and seeing what the other guys are saying, because you should use YouTube as a resource for additional information, but your main research should be done by yourself alone. Looking at the white paper, looking at the fundamentals, looking at the upcoming news and so on, and the tokenomics, and see how many X's you believe this coin can do. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to give you. It's important. I know a lot of new investors are coming into the cryptocurrency space, and even myself, we are all early to the game. End of the day, we don't all know everything. It's just about applying certain principles so you don't get burnt. And if you, I really stress to say this, please invest what you can afford to lose, and that way it's not going to be much of an impact in your life if it was to go to zero. Yeah, and take profits when your coins. So your initial investment should always be taken out, and that way you're riding on the profits. Okay, so that way what you've put in, you've already taken out, so you de-risked. Okay, and then you're just riding on the profit, and it's going to the moon. Great, it's going to the moon. It's not a problem. So that's the way I would apply my investment strategy in cryptocurrency market, and we ensure that if you did just invest in a FOMO point at its all-time high, don't worry. Cryptocurrency goes up and down, yeah, a bit like a yo-yo. So what you do when you dollar cost average, you just basically, what that means in layman terms is that you invest on the dips. You keep investing on the dips, and when it reaches an all-time low, you put a nice lump in, and then that way you've basically lowered your average, and then it could have been $1 that you invested in Cardano, but now you invested at 29 cents. You obviously lowered it to around 50. 0.50 would probably be your average, and so on, and that way you've lowered, and then when it's back on the move, you're going to start gaining profit. You got more coins and so on. So yeah, that's all for today on the video. If you like this video, guys, please hit the thumbs up button and make a comment, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you, and we catch up next time. Bye bye.